All right, welcome to the Practical Pistol Show vlog. This is the show about the show. It's been a couple months since I've done one of these, and I thought it would be productive to give you, the audience, an update on where the show is, how I feel about the show, and where the show's going. Also, we have an update from Tim Myers about the Pro Shop, because he's changing the website to get one that sucks less, and so these are all interesting topics for us to talk about. First, the show's lineup. You see the lineup of guests has been changing over the last couple months. I think it's moving in a good direction. You probably see we've been going with having more people on at once. Tim, it used to be just 3, including me, and now we're kind of. I don't mind now having as many as 5. I don't give a shit. Like, let's bring them on there, right?
Yeah, I think it adds something.
Yeah, it makes it more fun, and as long as we're good about managing the chaos, I think it's been okay. I like that. I've gotten good feedback on having that, and the way it works with having, like the guest rotation, the way that's been working is I'll put somebody on once and kind of see how it goes, and a lot of people, like this would be you, Hopkins, who put them on once and they don't talk a whole lot. They're not, they're not. I don't want to say you're not interesting, but it's like you're not your personality doesn't come out until you've been on for a while, right, Hopkins?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, the first show, everybody has to get kind of felt out about it. You have to feel out the show. The show has to see how it affects you and everything,
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. So as we have people on more and more, we get a sense of their personalities and stuff. So now we've developed a lineup that's working. And I want to rotate. I want to get more people to have more options for the lineup. But the lineup that we have is pretty good. So I'm pleased with the direction things are moving. I've gotten a lot of good feedback on it. So we're gonna keep things going in that direction. The big thing that we did the last couple months was the presidential candidate interviews. I feel like that was a big success. What do you think, Hopkins? You agree? Of course you do.
Yeah, I thought they went real good.
It was good for the show. It was good for us. It was good for USPSA. It was good for the membership. So, and it was, to be honest, it was good for the candidates too, because they got a platform. They got an opportunity to talk. So,
it's a national platform too. It's not just like a local thing where they're visiting or whatever.
Well, I'll be honest with you. It's an international platform because a lot of people from overseas are listeners.
Yeah, definitely.
The topics, you notice that we've kind of shifted now into a shooting topic and 1 shooting question, sometimes 2 shooting questions on a show. I think that's a positive change. I like that. If you have shooting topics that you want us to discuss, send those to me or email them to me somehow. Or if there's an interesting enough thread, maybe I'll see it. Maybe I'll pick up on it. Maybe somebody else will. I do love having a topical discussion. And it's not even, I don't think really the goal is to come up with a definitive answer to some sort of question. It's just to kind of talk it out. Like the for-profit matches discussion. I thought that was really good, guys.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
it wasn't even a definitive like, go fuck yourself. This is the way that we want things run. It's kind of like, hey, these are some options. And
no, the open-ended question good is like with a bunch of people discussing it. You get a lot of different opinions, and sometimes it ends up being the same. So
sometimes
it's not that controversial, I guess, or depending on who we have on, right?
I don't know. I think most of the guys that we have are pretty level-headed. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
So I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of crazy talk, and even some guys that are complete fucking animals online are pussycats on the podcast. I'm talking about you, Matt Olachek. Right? Yeah, you could put them on the podcast up there. They tame it down.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. As a result of all of these changes, the audio rip listenership is at an all-time high. So that's no surprise to me. And that tells me that people like what we're doing, so we're going to keep doing it. The one change that we've had that I'm kind of mixed on is the show length has really, really grown. Like, it's gotten longer and longer and longer. That was never my concept. It's not something that I wanted. but that's kind of the way it's developed. And if that's a problem for you, I'm sorry, but I think for most people, more content is good because there's not a lot for them to listen to if they want a USPSA shooting talk.
And remember, it's only every 3 days also.
Yeah, it is
so
only
even
every
if
3
it
days.
is like a 40-minute show or an hour-long show, people can break it up into like 2 30-minute segments or something. I think that's perfectly fine. I haven't had anything about the show length said negative to me about it.
Yeah, well, I can get pretty detailed statistics from YouTube, and most people who start watching finish it.
Yeah.
So that's telling me. I mean, I don't know why you'd watch it on YouTube. You probably get the audio rip, but some people like YouTube, whatever. So it gives me some statistics on what it is they're doing, and if they start watching, they tend to finish it. So whatever. One show note: there might be a blip in service in September. I'll be leaving the country again for a month, so where there may be a blip. I've been gone on 2-3 week trips multiple times this year. It hasn't interrupted the show yet, but the upcoming, my September-October schedule is completely nuts. It's nuts even by my standards, so I don't know if the show will go on, but I'll do my best to have it go on, and maybe Hopkins, you'd want to host. You'd want to host some without me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe we could do that.
Batman and Robin could do it.
Might like a break from me.
Hey, yeah, you never know.
I don't disagree.
No, I don't think you're saying that it's going to go like if we miss one show, it's not going to be aired again. I think there just might be some time lapse there, right?
Yeah, there would just be a time lapse.
Okay, that's how it came off when you just said it. So.
Well, people, a lot of guys, I can imagine the emails I'd get after if it was like, you know, it's been a week, no show. Like, what the fuck's going on, man?
Yeah.
So, I don't think that's going to happen, but prepare yourself for the possibility in the future of that happening. The big show we have coming up in 2 weeks. What is it? No, not even 2 weeks. The Manny interview is happening, right?
Yeah,
is
the
it?
23rd.
I feel like it's happening. I feel good about it.
It's scheduled to happen.
It's scheduled to happen.
Away, right?
13 days, baby. It's gonna happen. I'm just, I'm excited about that. So that's gonna be good. And then I would like some feedback on this. If people want to get maybe Mike and Jack on for another show, maybe some sort of I don't know if we'd want to do a debate because I don't know what they'd be arguing about, but maybe just get them back on and give them a chance to talk or something like that. Maybe that'd be good. Give me some feedback on that in the comments if that's something you'd like to see.
I think one thing good about that show is people got their questions answered. Then we could go back and actually, if they have thought about some of the answers they gave or some of the questions they got, they can answer those how they would, answer them now. I think it'd be a good idea to have them back on.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You heard it from Hopkins. It's a good idea to have him back on. One other thing, if you're wondering why Hopkins is on here, he's kind of the de facto co-host now, but maybe not officially, but kind of that's how things have developed because Hopkins is my bro, so he's always like, hey, you need someone for the podcast, I'm there for you, buddy. And I'm like, thank you, because sometimes it can be tough to get it scheduled, or I can get enough motherfuckers on here to do a podcast, because I like to have more people now. Yeah, so thank you for that, Matt.
No problem, thank you.
Why are you thanking me?
Let me on.
For letting you on. I kind of make you be on at this point. I'm like, no, Matt, I need somebody. It's 9 o'clock on a Friday night. Like, everyone else has a life. Except for me.
I got a match tomorrow. I got to get up early, so what am I going to do tonight?
I don't know. Strip club? Whatever you're into. I don't know. All right. I'll turn it over to you, Mr. Myers. You got to talk about the Pro Shop web store, and you are sort of the most qualified on this topic. So there's a new website coming, yeah?
Yeah. So basically, I'm switching platforms, so it will accurately reflect inventory of item options. So, if you want a blue belt in a size 52, right? Like it can display and track that. The current one won't. It'll only track inventory by the total, by the item, right? So I have 100 belts, not I have 2 blues and 52. So that is a change that is coming, but I'm working on the new site now. It should hopefully go live before too long.
Well, correct me if this is wrong, but your choices either were have a condensed item where you click on I want a double alpha belt, and then you'd say, okay, I want this color and this size would be options you'd pick.
Mm-hmm.
But to get that to accurately display inventory, it would have to be you'd search for a double alpha belt in the site search, and then you'd get one SKU for every size and color combination.
And that's not realistic. Yeah, that's not realistic. I mean, nobody wants to have to sift through 100 belts to find their color and size. So that's not a really good option. So mainly where this was becoming a problem was with oddball color stuff. Somebody wants pink pouches or something like that, or they want some oddball gun holster. That was kind of an issue too, right? So this is something that is hopefully going to be resolved shortly. So that's kind of the big change. The new site's a little slicker looking too, in my opinion. A little bit more mobile friendly, maybe. But yeah, that's the big change coming.
All right, so hopefully that'll be good. So if you are a Pro Shop customer, as most of the listeners are, that'll be nice for you to have a better site to go order your belts and bolsters and all your bullshit.
Easier to order the dry fire targets?
Oh, like the build your own kit? I don't know. Well, we have kits right now. So right now, most people buy a kit. They buy like, it's like 6 metrics, 3 of each popper and 6 circles. Like that's the most common. So then we have an option where you can build your own, where you can get like 2 metrics and 5 classics and 3 IDPAs. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that any slicker than it is now, but I'm going to attempt to. Yes, I will try to clean that up.
When do you think this will launch? 2 weeks?
Like hopefully within 2 weeks, yeah. So the payment system's all set up. Not everything ported over super smoothly, so I have to fix some of the stuff. But yeah, so hopefully within 2 weeks it should be live.
Oh, I'm very excited for you, Tim.
Me too.
All right, one final update as far as my side of the business. If you're looking to schedule a class with me, that is now definitely into next year. There's no two ways about it. If you want to schedule one, go to bensteger.com and shoot me an email. If you click on take a class, you see my whole schedule is listed on there, except for when I am not even in the country, when I'll be gone doing something. So for the most part, you can see where I am and what I'm doing. And if you want to schedule me for a class, just go look on the calendar, and if there's nothing on that weekend and it's not going to be a major match like U.S. Nationals, then you can probably have the weekend. So it's classes kind of take priority because that's what I like doing. So if that's something you're interested in, go to my website, look at the schedule, and that's probably something you want to start to think about doing now because my schedule has been filling up pretty quickly the last few years, and I don't want you to miss out on a class. I should also point out I use a class organizer system, so if you organize a class, you're not going to pay to take it, aside from paying for your ammunition. Hopkins, you've got a class upcoming, yeah?
Yeah, I believe we're going to be, me and Tim Herron are going to be scheduling at least 2 this fall. One in Lamar and then one in the Kansas City area.
So if
you're interested in them,
if you're in Kansas or Missouri,
yeah,
or maybe even Southern Iowa,
yeah,
right. They will be you guys will be there, Batman and Robin. Yep. If you're anywhere else in the country, probably want to get in touch with me.
Yeah,
because I come to you. I'm not a little bitch like Hopkins complaining about traveling. I'll come see you.
Hopkins goes to Central America, though.
No, I don't.
That's the word on the street.
What?
Whatever. All right. So anyway, that's the vlog. That's your update on what the goings on are. If you have any comments, stuff you want to see on the show, things you want to complain about, whatever, just drop them in the comments. I pay attention to that stuff somewhat. I will even point out, even people who fucking hate me, they hate the show or whatever, they still listen. So I guess it's mission accomplished for me on that level. But anyway, thank you for taking the time to listen to the vlog, and leave me your comments if you have any.